I thought you said you killed him.
It was a very brief reprieve. We raided the agency a few days ago.
You got him at his office?
No. But the office has been closed and will not open again.
You got the Ortmeyer files?
They're still in circulation. But we learned that the files are almost entirely useless without a fresh bone marrow sample from 47.
So even dead, he's a threat.
Only until he's cremated. About 20 minutes from now.
How'd you finally get him?
He got overconfident and greedy. He took on the most difficult, most highly paid assassination attempt in history.
The presidential attack?
The very one you asked about at the start of our conversation. Ready to hear how it really went down?
We're all quite pleased to have you on this assignment, Mr. 47. The nation's gratitude...
Skip the patriotism, Smith.
Of course. Have you read the briefing?
Not yet. Give me the big picture.
The Vice President of the United States is plotting with Mark Parchesi. I assume you're familiar with him?
I know his work.
Good. They're planning to assassinate the President as soon as he gets back from Los Angeles.
Another drink, sir?
Please.
There's more detailed info on both men in the briefing. Can I do anything else for you? I'm looking forward to finally working with you.
I'll contact you if I need more information. Beyond that, never contact me in person again.
The Vice President is actually very evil.
Sorry, gentlemen. My niece's birthday. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Did you get your present?
It's everything I've ever wished for. My own access card to the White House. Is the roof alarm taken care of?
Yes, Pumpkin. Everything is just fine.
I'm afraid Uncle has to go now. I'll call you back later and we can talk all about your party.
You know how little girls are.
Listen up, 47. The President of the United States is about to be assassinated. You'd expect the CIA, FBI, or Secret Service to prevent the assassination, but we can't rely on them. We can't rely on them because the man behind this assassination is the acting Vice President. The same shadowy group that got him appointed to the Vice Presidency wants to put him into the Oval Office. They've got pull at every domestic agency. The assassins are probably already in position, in the White House. Unless you can stop them, the president will almost certainly be assassinated as soon as he returns from Los Angeles. Your targets are the notorious assassin, Mark Parchesi III, and the Vice President himself.
Okay, so here we have the targets. Mark Parchesi III is the head of the Crows, a moniker for the cloned assassins created by the franchise, a subdivision of Alpha Xerox, the shadow government organization. He is by far the most complete specimen, and close to perfect. He has extraordinary physical powers, but at an expense he is haunted by his own mortality, and has a personal interest in uncovering the secret behind a successful cloning process. In the process, he must eliminate the renowned agency, and their legendary ace assassin, Agent 47. He's an expert assassin and master of disguises, blending in like a chameleon to carry out subversive operations. He speaks with a deep voice, very calm and calculating. Then we have Daniel Morris. Daniel Morris is sick and tired of his position under the First Lady. He is now interim vice president after the previous vice president's death. So, that first cutscene that you saw with the guy in the wheelchair, Alexander Leland Kane, he's behind this assassination. He's manipulating that reporter. He's lying to the reporter about the White House attack. He is the one who's actually planning to have the president assassinated, and Mark Parchesi III is following his orders. The reason that he wants the president assassinated is because the president wants to legalize cloning, and that will ruin the franchise's plan. They want to have a monopoly on cloning, so they want to be the only guys that have clones. The guy's lying to the reporter when he's talking about how much he's against cloning. He supports cloning only for himself, and he has his own private clone assassins to do it. And you have Mark Parchesi III. So you guys remember the Crows also in Part 6, Mission 6? We also encountered them there. We killed one clone there. We killed Pariah there. Here we're killing Parchesi. And we also have the Vice President, Daniel Morris. Daniel Morris is sick and tired of his position under the First Lady, and it says that he became interim Vice President after the previous Vice President's death. So the franchise were behind the previous Vice President's death. They put him in there, and they're gonna try to replace him, and he's going to make cloning illegal. So he's gonna keep cloning illegal. We're gonna stop this right now. Okay. Now we're also gonna get the MP5 on this mission. This is gonna be the first mission that we use the MP5 in, but... Okay. Okay. We'll take that MP5 with us. Okay, so we're here at the White House. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna throw the MP5 over that fence. And what's gonna happen is the Marine is gonna find that and pick that up. He's gonna take that to the security room.
Belongings on the conveyor and move along.
That'll let us get a gun into the White House without getting frisked. Okay, now we just wait right here. Wait until the tour guide comes back. He's gonna come back and come into this room. That's when we knock him out and take his disguise. He's gonna come back in here any moment. Okay, here he comes. Okay, now we just sedate him. He's not dead, just knocked out. Now, you want to be very quick when you open and close this door, because the Marine in the hallway can sometimes see you.
Scrubbing in the shower, I'm clean as...
Okay. We take this main building keycard, we steal the videotape, that'll disable security cameras. Kind of ironic that in the White House level, it's actually pretty easy to disable the security cameras. You'd think that it'd be harder. Okay. We took the gun back now. Okay, now we go in this little courtyard area. Okay. Now we hide this guy behind this little air conditioning system here. Okay, now we're dressed as a Marine. Now we're in the White House. that West Wing keycard. Take the Desert Eagle now too. Now you have to be very quick because the First Lady will come into this room. So you gotta be very, very quick when you dispose of him. If you're too late and he walks in the courtyard, he's gonna be walking the dog, he will eventually come back in here so you can wait, but if you're very quick, you can take him out before he gets in the courtyard. Okay. That's it, Vice President's been eliminated, and you see, First Lady is here now, so we almost got caught. That was pretty close. Now this Secret Service agent, he's the only guy that walks around out here. Can't tell if I'm getting closer to him. It's better to wait until he stops for a smoke break. Mark Parchesi is already in the Oval Office. I believe we can also find a janitor on this upper floor. Okay. Now, a human shield will work the same way as the sedative for the syringe.
Don't nobody shoot!
Just make sure that you hide him pretty well, because I think eventually a janitor comes up on the roof too, and you don't want the janitor to see this guy knocked out here. We don't need this Desert Eagle anymore. I'm gonna drop that there. The Secret Service is crawling all over this place. We gotta be careful.
So, you're the famous Mark Parchesi III.
You don't want to kill me, 47. I'm just like you.
Our similarities are irrelevant.
We're practically brothers. You can't shoot me.
I can do whatever I'm paid to.
He's not gonna get away.
Affirmative.
This is where the MP5 is going to come in handy now. Gonna want him away from the railing. We don't want witnesses. We're gonna hide him now. Try to do the best of our ability. Parcheesi also has a unique gun if you want to take it, but I'm just gonna hide him right there for now. Hopefully nobody finds it. A lot of people in the courtyard now panicking over the explosion. Let's get out of here. The president is safe now. Okay, here, at this door. I was getting a little confused there. Getting out of here. And we're gonna want to do one thing before we go back for our suit. We don't want our equipment to be lost. And we're gonna get frisked if we try to... Suit's back. Let's get out of here. Okay, we're gonna want to wait till that other guy turns around here. We don't want them seeing this. Okay, now we get out of here. Contract complete. Silent assassin, look at that. Silent assassin wanted by police. Daniel Morris killed. Police suspect blood money is involved. The FBI confirmed this morning that Vice President Daniel Morris and an unknown person were found dead at the White House yesterday afternoon. Investigators also report that 16 shots were fired by the assassin, judging from the bullet holes and cartridges found on the crime scene. A comparison of the shots and the wounds on the victims has led to the assumption that the shooter is a talented marksman. Few shots were wasted. No gunshots were heard by witnesses, indicating that a silenced weapon was used. This strengthens the theory that this was a professional hit. Investigators suggest that some sort of strangulation device was used for the majority of the deaths, possibly fiber wire. It concerns the authorities that the victim was brutally executed by a shot to the head. Investigators are puzzled by the discovery of a hidden body at the scene and are attempting to determine whether or not the body is related to the crime. The police stated the lack of witnesses is making this an especially difficult case to investigate. The police have absolutely no clue of the killer's appearance, as nobody claims to have seen him or her. Prior to his nomination to the vice presidency earlier this year, Daniel Morris was an intensely, some would say obsessively, private person. Aides say he never did come to terms with the increased exposure of his new role. His philosophy was that if you had a job to do, you ought to be able to just do it. He could appreciate the important role of the press as a bulwark against the abuse of privilege by those in power, but he didn't see how that applied to him. I think the press was always a little wary of him, and that made him wary of the press. He wasn't exactly secretive, but he was pretty private. The Washington Press Corps doesn't like that. In recent weeks, the press had been playing up reported differences between the late vice president and the first lady, but aides were always quick to dismiss such gossip. They weren't what you call best friends, one White House aide said, on condition of anonymity, but they got along just fine. All this stuff you hear about temper tantrums and name calling and all that, it's just silly. So, there we have it. We assassinated the vice president. We saved the president from being assassinated, and it's kind of, you know, kind of ironic in a way. 47's a hero in a way here. I wouldn't really call him a good guy. He's more of an anti-hero. He's definitely not a villain. He did this primarily for money. That's why he took this contract, but in the end, he did the right thing because the vice president and Mark Parchesi were evil, and they stopped Kane's plans. But Kane is still gonna somehow twist that and blame that on 47. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this part. On the next part, I'll have the final part, the ending up. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.